Hello guys, welcome to another one of my videos at Varunski's Take. And I find myself in a very precarious situation tonight. As you can see, I have 1 mile of battery left. You can see that frost sign, meaning that the battery does not, guys, the battery does not cope well in the winter. I mean, I'm living in New York. Surely there are colder places than New York in the US, and the amount of phantom drain that I've been experiencing, just the car sitting out in the cold, it's remarkably, the battery just loses. I'm seeing up to 30 miles of phantom drainage in battery in a matter of just 2 hours. The car just sitting outside. And now I am left with 1 mile of range. 1 mile of range. And I have 0 points. Okay. It says I have 0 miles of range. The car is moving. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what will happen. I have 0.5 miles of driving left to be done, and it says I have 0 miles of range. I don't know if it has like a backup battery or just says 0 miles and just to but in actuality it does have some reserve charge in the battery, but I don't understand how this car is moving with 0 miles. Like, why would it say 0? Like, maybe it's like decimals, 0.5, 0.4, but I still have 0.1 miles
now turn left to stay on Haddon Road.
Of driving distance, and I think I'm gonna make it. So I guess the message of this video is first,
now turn left onto Sylvia Lane.
I fucking love this car. I fucking love almost everything about it. But this is not a car for winters. And I purchased a mid-range car initially with 264 miles of range. And after 26,000 miles of driving, the maximum range I get now is 247. So I've experienced significant battery degradation, and after 26,000 miles on the odometer. But I guess the message of the video is, guys, please be mindful in your Tesla app of how much battery you have, especially during the cold weather times. I think anything under 32 degrees or freezing temperatures, anything below that, you're going to be experiencing serious phantom drainage. And this is something that I am not pleased with, and I really wish that, maybe via a software update, this problem of the battery coping in the cold can be resolved, because as it stands now, with 247 miles of total range I have, that's actually less than the basic standard battery Tesla that they sell now. So I thought I was getting a pretty good deal when I purchased this car with 264 miles. Pretty sufficient for me. Never really had the issue of range anxiety, but now I'm in a situation in which I actually have less miles than the standard battery option. And unlike the people who purchased the standard battery, I'm one of the people who purchased the mid-range battery pack, 62 kilowatt battery pack. Back in February of 2019 is when I got the delivery. So I've got 20 miles of degradation since then, and no software update. So I find it very peculiar that the people who bought the standard range car got a 30 or 40 miles increase in battery capacity over the air via software updates, whereas people like me who got the mid-range model, not only did we not get any software update, but now it's not mid-range, it's the lowest range. It's lower than the standard range, and I paid extra for this feature. I mean, it was way more expensive to get the mid-range at that time than the standard range. And the only compensation that I believe Tesla offered was to extend my free supercharging for an extra 3 months. And that's just not done. I mean, if you can call that compensation. That's what I got. Also, not to mention, the mid-range now has been discontinued because the standard comes with 250 miles, and it's something that I hope in the future Tesla accommodates people like me in this situation who did purchase this now discontinued model, to provide some type of compensation for it, because it just doesn't seem fair. Good news is I have reached home. It still says 0 miles, so I'm assuming there's some type of reserve battery that the car was able to function on, and I'm really glad about that. Let's see if the door's open. The doors did open, so that's good. Well, I think it's time for me to use this wire and charge my battery. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope this was helpful to anyone who is in a similar situation or experiences a similar range anxiety, down to the wire, touch and go situation in the future. And I have to say I am very lucky to have reached home with literally 0 miles of battery left. And I was prepared for a situation in which, potentially being 0.5 miles away from my home and the car just stopping, in which case I would have to have the car towed. So I have avoided that somehow. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of my experience today in my Tesla. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.